And we want to start right off the top with more tributes continue to pour in after legendary singer, Grammy Award-winning singer, one of my favorite artists, D'Angelo, passed away yesterday. His family confirmed he passed away after a long bout with pancreatic cancer. Just moments before we got on the stream, we got a chance to hear from the one and only singer, songwriter, Grammy Award-winning Anthony Hamilton. Charlotte's great human being, Anthony Hamilton. Charlotte's own Anthony Hamilton. He was a background singer for D'Angelo back in the day. He talked, and a friend.
Yes.
More importantly, a friend of D'Angelo. So we got a chance to hear from Anthony Hamilton. We want to play that interview for you right now. Really great insight into who D'Angelo was as an artist, Anthony Hamilton's time with him, in that last conversation they had just a couple of weeks ago. Let's take a listen in. All right, so tributes continue to pour in for the legend himself, D'Angelo, Grammy Award-winning singer, soul singer. Man, I was telling Carlene earlier when we were on a break how I was kind of fumbling through the tribute, trying to sort of come up with something to talk about D'Angelo. I grew up with his music, and I just couldn't. I was just fumbling.
Right. Meant a lot to you.
Yeah, and what I was saying, what I eventually kind of landed on is just his music made you feel something, and great artists make you feel something. And that's what I would say about D'Angelo. He made you feel something. He made you feel the love in his music.
Everybody can relate to that.
Yeah. A guy whose music makes you feel something. Grammy Award-winning artist, singer, songwriter, actor, Anthony Hamilton. Charlotte's own Anthony Hamilton, man. Thank you so much for stopping by the program.
No problem, man. It's good to be on.
Yeah, man. When you heard the news, I just want to get your reaction, man. First, before that, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm, it's something that's a little strange to me, but because it happened so fast, from me knowing that he was battling until the time of his demise, it was pretty quick for me. So I'm kind of numb in a way.
I guess, how long did you know, if you're willing to share, how long did you know that he was sick?
Well, my manager said it started last June when he really got diagnosed with stage 4.
Yeah.
And but he only told me maybe a week ago.
Wow.
Because being on tour, it can affect you. Being on tour, it's in your mind and it's in your spirit, and he wanted me to just be able to focus without having that pain.
Man, you sang background for the brother D'Angelo. I was telling one of our producers, you're actually in the Send It On video.
Yeah.
I told him, if you look close, you see Anthony Hamilton there. He sang background. What do you remember from that time?
I remember it's like one of the best times I've ever had. It was a moment where, not being a college kid, I went to Barber school, but this was my first chance to be in something that seemed like a university of musicians at a top tier, where you had Roy Hargrove, D'Angelo, Questlove, Pino Palladino, James Poise, all these amazing guys, and you have access to this talent on a level that you couldn't even pay for that. So to be able to be in there and learn as much as I could and take in as much as I could, it only made me better. And I owe it all to D'Angelo for seeing something in me that he felt was worthy of being a part of something so incredibly immersed in something that organic and real.
How did you wrap your mind around that? I mean, you talking about, you listed some heavy hitters right there, man.
Yeah. Well, being, I'm a country boy, so it's all a celebration for me. Whether it's been one or two of those guys, it was a big deal. Coming from just dreaming to be a part of the music business, and then being submerged into just a bucket, a bowl, a sea of the greatest. All these guys have gone on and to do amazing stuff, and we're doing amazing things before I even came to see D'Angelo. So I learned a lot about a lot of these guys, Frank Root Lacey, man, Russell Gunn, Dante Winslow, all these guys are doing great things around the world, and to be a part of that, it goes to show me that the things that I doubted about myself was indeed the thing that God intended to be special to somebody else.
I've been seeing a lot of the tributes for D'Angelo. Obviously, I've said it before, I'm a big fan. One of the things that sticks out, and I've heard D'Angelo, I heard Bilal say this, Neo Soul, they don't like that label, Neo Soul, but I continue to hear that. D'Angelo is always, he's been very, he's like, look, I do black music. I am a black artist. I do black music. When you hear the label throwing out Neo Soul, what comes to mind? What do you say to that?
In the beginning, I didn't like it either. I felt like it was just something they wanted to put on us as a title, as a pigeonhole, to pigeonhole us in a spot, in a particular category. When our music is infused with everything from jazz to gospel to blues to hip hop to everything. So being a purist and loving music from a pure place, you don't want to be put into something that you don't understand. You don't want to, how it originated, the Neo Soul, it's come out of nowhere. It's like, it's this alien title, and you try to put me in. I don't even know what the hell it means. So, I can understand that, but over time, you get to know, okay, Neo means new or whatever. So you learn to pick and choose your battles, man. And so that was one. I was like, you know what? Call it whatever you want. But when I hit that stage and I hit that mic, I'm singing. And that's down home.
I know that's right. How would you, and I was struggling to find the words to say and express what D'Angelo's music meant to me. How would you summarize that? How would you describe that?
His music was it was like a segue from some of the greatest old music you've ever heard into the newest sound that you couldn't even fathom. He made you a believer of the things that you couldn't even understand. Just like Prince had the same effect musically, where they could take something so simple, barely open his mouth, barely enunciate his words, and make you feel everything he's ever said and played. So I take it as he was a pioneer ahead of his time, and he was influenced by a pioneer ahead of his time. So it's magic. I think it was magic. It was spirit. It was music, and I'm gonna keep singing it. I'm singing it at my show this weekend. I'm gonna pay tribute to him. Fantasia and myself will be hitting the stage in Atlanta and in Norfolk, Virginia. So being close to home, it's only right that I celebrate this man, actually the rest of my career.
Man, as you were saying that, I'm thinking about one of my favorite songs off of Brown Sugar's "Higher." The organ. It sounds like a gospel song. If you close your eyes, you feel like you're in church.
Oh man, that's straight church. I mean, ain't nothing new about that. That's old Baptist, Pentecostal, grandma whoop your butt over a piece of butterscotch type of music. And there's nothing new about that. But he was a new guy doing it, so I can dig it.
I mean, that song, I played that song this morning. I was like, oh man, it just hit my spirit. What's the song for you? Is there a song for you that does the same, that gives you the same feeling?
That's one of my favorites. Untitled, How Does It Feel, is one of my favorites. Lady. But there's a song called Africa, where he speaks to his son. And I was a young father as well, so that song kind of resonated to me a different way. Being on the road away from my son, he's getting older, and just the dream of being a father, and just how magical that is in its own. To have a song that kind of, embellish that feeling and kind of serenades that moment in that space in my life, I think that's one of my favorites.
You brought up Untitled, and people love to, and I get it, right, in the video.
Yeah.
But when you hear and shout out to Raphael Sadiq for that song. But when you hear that song, man, the lyrics, if you just hear it, the music, it's just like the song is. Take away the video, the song is just amazing.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's one of those songs that you don't even know if it's starting, if it's ending, if it's finished, if it's going on again, if it's going to play again, is it a song that was born to be on repeat? Whatever it is, you knew it was something that you've never felt in your life. And yeah, you were in for a nice ride, whether it's 7 minutes or 60 minutes. You didn't want it to stop. And being on stage every night, touring the whole world. I mean, from Brazil, we went to all over, man, all over Europe. We toured Europe for a month and a half on a tour bus, double-decker. And Shelby Johnson and Jack King and all these amazing people, man. We had the time of our life. And when that song came on, we knew like it was about to get crazy. I mean, you know, forget throwing panties. They were throwing mattresses and bunk beds and king-size beds. It was a different thing, man.
Oh, man. He was definitely a showman because he would jump into the crowd.
Absolutely. And being a part of that, when it was time for me to take the stage and be the front man, I took from that same cloth, man, and I would go out in the audience, run over chairs, and just got wild. I mean, he gave me the okay that whatever you feel in the moment, whatever is real for you at that moment, do it, feel it, believe it, and don't hold back.
You've been so generous with your time. My last question before we send you out.
No problem at all.
What was that final conversation like with D'Angelo?
You know what? Actually, he called me 2 weeks ago. I was on tour. I was about to go on stage, and I heard the phone, but I was in there getting my wardrobe together, and so I came to the phone. I was like, "Oh man!" I said, "I think that's D'Angelo calling me." So when I called him back, he didn't pick up. So he probably wanted to say something to me at that moment, something special. Probably not even nothing about what he was going through, but just to check on me like he would always do. But the last conversation, he was like, "Aunt Jeezy," that's what he called me. "Aunt Jeezy, I was calling to check on you. You all right? You good?" I said, "Yeah, man, I'm good." I'm out here on the road. He said, "Yeah, man." He said, "I see you. You're doing your thing, man. Proud of you. Keep at it. Keep it on their neck."
Oh, man. Anthony Hamilton, man. Brother, thank you for your time, man. Thank you for your music. Thank you for everything. Man, you're making Charlotte proud, man. I just want to tell you that.
I appreciate you, man. And so I got one more angel now protecting me, so sky's the limit.
Yes, sir. Anthony Hamilton here. All right. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you.
Want to thank Anthony Hamilton and his team again for taking time to do that interview to remember the great singer D'Angelo. All right, we're going to take a step away for 2 minutes here on Live Impact News. We'll be back here in just 2 minutes here on Live Impact News on WCNC Plus.